In the process of live streaming sports, my favorite part may well be the pregame setup. And here's why. When I was a little boy, my parents gave me and my brother a set of take-apart cars. Little cars that you could actually take apart and put back together. The physical, hands-on manipulation of equipment is something I do actually very much enjoy. So the process of pregame setup is something I find very enjoyable. But the second thing that I enjoy about pregame setup is the interaction you get. During pregame setup is that time you're always going to get a conversation about what you do, the equipment with which you do it. It is a great time to connect with coaches, players, parents, and fans. I just love the interaction part of pregame setup. Now, I would like to walk you through the rhythm that I have found for pregame setup with baseball games. Some of the items you'll see in my setup are available for sale on my blog merchandise page. It's the first link in the description, and if there are things interesting to you in this video that you've seen me put up, you think you could make use of them as well, go on over to that link, check out the pricing and the inventory, and I'll be glad to ship you anything that you find valuable for yourself. So I'll start with just putting the cameras onto their magnetic mounts. Now I'm using the double jointed arm on the magnetic mount. I always use a long reusable zip tie as a tether around those just in case I get a foul ball hit close enough to the fence that it does in fact knock it off of where it is. I'll set up 3 of those cameras for most of my streams. And I have fallen in love this year with the side view that contains both the batter's box and the pitcher's mound, as well as a good shot of first and second base, and then a good shot of right field. Those 3 views give me so much of the field. I do sometimes miss that behind the plate, over the umpire's shoulder look, but this allows me to set up all of my equipment within close proximity to each other and gives me a good, reliable stream as well as good shots for the stream. Then I just simply open up the multicam app and allow it to find the cameras. I have already turned on and set up my MiFi so that it's ready to go. Once I've found the cameras in multicam, I'll begin to set the crop and zoom, and if there is any adjustment to be done in the actual installation of the camera to make sure that my horizon is level, I'll make those changes as well. I always try to do a test with an app like OpenSignal so that I know where the cell tower is I'm connected to. I want to make sure that I don't have anything in between me and that cell tower, like the concession stand or a bunch of aluminum bleachers full of fans that's going to block some of that signal. I want the best possible signal that I can get whenever I'm setting up pregame for a baseball game. While I'm in the multicam app, I want to make sure that I have audio turned on for the ones that I've installed my Rode Video Micro or Deity Duo D4 so that I'm catching crowd noise, not wind noise. I make sure I have the Dead Cat windscreen. Games in the springtime are fairly windy. We'll make sure that I have the graphics that I want if I'm putting anything on top of besides running it through Sideline HD. It's a good habit to get into to go ahead and do the speed test part as well to know what your upload and download is. That way, if you're in a sketchy area and you need to drop to 480 in order to keep a reliable signal, you can do that before you start your stream and you don't have to stop the stream and go back. Open up Sideline HD, create our game, put in the starting lineup, assign the starting pitcher, and we are ready to stream some baseball. Those magnet mounts have come in incredibly handy for mounting not only the cameras but also getting my MiFi up and out of the way. Items you may have seen in this video: the magnet mount with the double jointed arm to mount the cameras or even this MiFi, the 3D printed sleeve that goes on the back of the Mevo in order to hold, has 3 cold shoe mounts in order to hold your mini shotgun mic to point it in the correct direction.